Thanks everybody. So there's a video going on social media where this gentleman is releasing tilapia fish in a canal with the hope of letting the kids can fish during Easter, you know. So the question have been going around and people have been asking me to comment, is it a good or is it a bad idea? Now first by saying tilapia. Tilapia was introduced in Jamaica in the 1950s. It was introduced to some of our waterways, heavily managed. It's a popular food source in Jamaica. And people love it. However, what a lot of people don't know, in several other countries, it is ranked as an invasive. And when they mean it by invasive, when it enters the waterway, it eats a lot of the natural fish that are found. So you have freshwater fish that are naturally found here. If you look in Jamaica, you can think about the river mullet, mudfish, you name it. So you have the all competing with native fish and shrimp of what we call janga. They can be all competing. So in some of the countries, it is being seen like that. Now here, somebody might say, boy, the fish already in the canal. Why putting it in would be a problem. If you check where you find tilapia in most of our rivers, you find it at some of the mountain rivers, but some of the rivers, if you like, you go up at the top of Rio Grande, you're not going to find it. We don't want it up there, so either. You find it sometime at the mouth of the river, or you find it sometime at some river that are highly polluted. Because the tilapia, compared to our native fish, can survive in some really not so nice water, as some people would call it, polluted water with low oxygen. Well, I don't want to hit people, but you notice Rio Cobra over the years have been hit with different kind of spill. And if you check in the Rio Cobra, the fish that you're seeing are the introduced catfish, the introduced tilapia, and the introduced what should I call it, freshwater shrimp. Most of our native stuff don't like polluted water, and they can't. They evolved to deal in clean water and can't deal with it. So in the sense of the person putting it in there, one, yes, it going in the canal, if it's a closed system, it would be seen as a good idea. But sometimes the canal can overflow and some of that fish going to the other water body and all compete some of the native. The next thing that happens is our fishing industry here grow the fish under certain condition, make sure them alright. You mean moving fish from different area without following certain safety protocols can put the risk of putting disease. Not disease to sick you, but some of the fish, if you read the literature, sometimes how people grow them and keep them, they can introduce some stuff that not good for the fish, and it spread from area to area. So that's one. You can all compete with our natives. And our native, we're talking about janga and all of that. I would recommend, or first thing I should say, the regulation of putting in fish is not like you can do that, because when somebody can get up and put it in a canal, tomorrow we might hear them get up and put it in some of our rivers. And there are so many examples in the world where people put stuff in rivers and that be a problem. So what I would say to the people who are doing it, I know people might have a good heart, but talk to NEPA or talk to the fisheries. I know fisheries division, fisheries are now become an executive agency. Talk to the expert about it, because they would understand what you're trying to do to help the kids. And it's not so I fight what somebody's doing, but sometimes there's a lot of things we do for the good that can have bad implication. So it's a discussion that is going on. I like the debate that is going on where some people say it's bad, some people say it's good. But for example, I who like advocate for Jamaica wildlife. Jamaica wildlife come first. And when I talk about wildlife or native stuff, native shrimp, when last you see, when you go in most of the river, we not even see much of our native shrimp anymore, or what we call janga. It's the one that was brought in. Now you're seeing a lot of it. We're not seeing enough of our fish in some of the other part. You're seeing tilapia now, and what's the other one? You're seeing tilapia, perch, and all of that. So what I would say, check the experts. I know a number of experts going to be commenting on it, and get their point of view. But for me, I would tell you from now, you can get in trouble if you just get up and stuck in rivers like that. So, check the expert, contact NEPA, contact the fisheries division, be guided by them. You can also check the University of the West Indies, check the experts. So continue the debate, I know sometimes we have a very good heart where we want to do a good thing, but just remember that sometimes we do good and it can bring a lot of harm. So keep up the good work. Thanks to all the people that reach out to us as well, JA asking questions. And I'm surely happy to comment on things. And I surely will pass the information to other experts to comment on. Peace.